Is this happened with you? You are chasing something desperately, maybe for job, maybe for grades, maybe for something that you really want, but you are not getting it. Why? And you are blaming it to your luck or maybe fortune, and you are blaming it to someone else because of him or because of her. I'm not getting that, but that's not the real reason. So we are going to discuss this in this topic, in this video. One exciting thing I have today. So I have this rope and this pen. So using these two, where I am going to explain you some interesting concept about our life and a new way to look. So stay tuned in this video. Watch till the end and you will get to know an exciting thing about your life, about everyone's life, but we keep on neglecting. I've tied this pen with this rope. So I'm going to show some interesting thing today. So as I mentioned, whenever, let's imagine this is our life. This is us, and we are hanging. Our life is hanging in this rope. Okay. So whenever we chase something desperately, whenever we try to achieve something, or whenever we want that thing desperately, anyhow, from our interest, it comes like anyhow we want that thing. So whenever we chase it, let's see it. So whenever we chase it towards us, like whenever we try to pull this up, it goes like this. It moves away. So again I try it moves away. So here you might say it's a force or any law of physics, but let's assume this as our life. So don't you think it's really impactful in somehow? It's really try to tell something genuine or something that can easily be related in our life. Yeah, it is, right? Now let's take the same rope and the pen and let's do it in another way. Whenever we let it go or whenever we ignore it, something like whenever we, rather than focusing on the results, if we try to be specific and try to, but let's try something different then. The same rope and the same pen. What if we let it go and focus somewhere else? Like for example, same like this, the pen is our life and it's hanging on the rope. So whenever we let it go towards opposite, it directly comes in. Again, whenever we let it go, it comes back. Here also, maybe some rule of physics is applied, but if we look at it in terms of, in this kind of perception, if we reflect this rope and pen as our life, what would you think? Isn't it interesting? It's directly reflect, right? So that's where we are stuck. So even if you are denying that you are not that kind of person, so I have some few examples to share. What about relationship? Haven't you chased for relationship? Yeah, you have. And you might also have felt that you have lost your value over chasing for relationship. Keeps on trying. I have that same experience. Few months ago, I chased, but later I felt like I lose my value over there. Like she was not even caring about me. Like she was helpful, but that was like it's too much for her, as well as like it's too much for me to focus on her than focusing on myself, my interest. And after that, now you are seeing this video because I have focused on my interest and I am focused on my goal. So similarly, you have also experienced the same. What about career? What about anything? Like for me, now I am in the college and I am chasing for my grades. I used to chase it, like slowly I am decreasing that, but even I am chasing for my grades because I want that validation of achieving that grades. And you know that, right? What we will face, too much. If we too much focus, if we too much chase for grades, money, power, or something, we get frustrated. What about happiness? We need to be happy. So, and for that, like, I used to think, being with friends, being with a partner or something like that, I will get happy, or I will be happy for. But the real question arises that it was all the dopamine effect, and whenever I got that dopamine, I used to feel empty. So now we are getting, what are these things that we are keeps on chasing in our life? No matter what we believe, or we keeps on chasing for three things: relationship, career, and happiness. That comes from the lavish lifestyle or the luxurious lifestyle. That's we consider as happiness, and we feel like after even getting the things that we desire, sometimes we feel empty because we chase for happiness. We keep on chasing for happiness, and that desire of getting more and more, maybe getting more money, or getting more luxurious thing, maybe getting a new phone. So what do you think about happiness? Sometimes you might also have desired of having Apple iPhone or Mac, or having a classy bags of Louis Vuitton, or anything that feels luxury, that provides you happiness. But I have a question for you. Did you feel fulfilled after getting that? So didn't you feel like gaining more or getting more than this? Yeah, you have. So people upgrade whenever people get latest version of iPhone, they upgrade it from the older one because they want more desire, and that is the emptiness. If you chase for that, you will keep on chasing for that, and you will never be happy. You will never be fulfilled. So these were some examples. But what if we convert this thing? How can we convert this thing? So in relationship, rather than chasing someone desperately, what if you focus in your goals? Why don't you focus on yourself? Why don't you be perfect? Why don't you gain that skills, or gain that attributes or qualities of a perfect partner? Definitely someone will look for you. What about career? What if we prefer skills, knowledge than academic grades? What if we what about career? Instead of focusing on grades, money, salary, higher paid, what if we focus on skills? Your real values lies there, because if you focus on your skills, one day definitely you will have your own value. You don't have to bargain for this or that. People will pay you, companies will pay you, or anyone who wants your value, they will pay you that you desire, and that's the real worth. So success comes from that, focusing on discipline, focusing on consistency, focusing on building yourself. That's where your real value develops. And what about happiness? Rather than chasing for happiness, why not let's be real, let's be realistic, accepting everything, what about happiness? Instead of desiring for luxurious thing, instead of desiring more and more, making a habit, rather than, why not we should focus on growing? Why not we should focus on upskilling ourselves or developing our inner self? That's the real happiness, that where you will get fulfilled once. Let me give you one lesson from this, that life doesn't reward desperation, it rewards direction plus detachment. Once again, life doesn't reward desperation, it rewards direction plus detachment. And desperation comes, as I have mentioned, in relationship, career, and happiness. And when we have a direction, perfect direction, like of skilling ourselves, developing our skills, focusing on knowledge, focusing on some better improvement, focusing on ourselves, that's a direction, a perfect direction. And being always chasing for happiness rather than focusing on growth or anything that fulfills, that is like a fulfilled moment, that is a detachment from something. So again, life doesn't reward for desperation, it rewards for direction plus detachment. Reaching at this point, even if you are blindly chasing for something, even if you think that I am the right or I was doing the right, ask yourself once, take a moment and ask yourself. So coming at this point, even if you are chasing, if you coming at this point, if you are blindly trusting your inner desire or blindly chasing something, take a moment and ask yourself, do you want to pull it and let it go, or do you want to push it and let it come? So before ending this video, I just have to say you one thing: don't chase desperation blindly, it runs away. Even if you have to chase something blindly, that is patience, because life will find its way to give you what you desire when you have patience. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like any part of this video, please don't forget to comment down. And if you want to join this community, we are always welcome. Don't forget to subscribe this channel. And there is Instagram, Facebook, linked down in the description. If you want to join or follow me personally, I'm always welcome for that. And see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.